Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is another of my beginner series. So if you are a new nail tech or teaching yourself nails or learning, the whole industry, then this will be a great video for you. So already I have prepared my hand and I showed you and walked you through how to prepare your client's nails for a service, whether that be gel, acrylic, polygel, or the kind of, fast press-on tips. If you haven't already seen that video, I will link it up here so you can go and check it out, or it will be in the description box. Or you can find my beginner playlist where I will link all the beginner videos. So if you've missed anything, it will all be there. So now I was coming in and I was like, how can I really make a nail tip video a little bit more interesting? So we want to do a beginner's guide on applying nail tips to your client, making sure we get the correct size, making sure that we understand how to, apply them at the correct angle and offer the best service. So what I'm going to do is not only show you how to apply the nail tips, we're going to be using the easy tips. I'm also going to show you guys how to shape them 4 different ways, but with a different shape using the same nail tip. So hopefully this is going to be interesting for you guys and hopefully you enjoy, watching and learning. So let's move our hand out of the way this second. Like I said, I'm going to use the Glitter Planet Easy Nail Tips. So these are such a great nail tip. I just took off the numbers from the bags. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, so I just popped on the numbers from the bags that you get into the back of the box so that I know the sizes straight away. Generally, when you've been working with tips for a while, you kind of can gauge the size just from memory. The more you use them, the easier it becomes to size the nail tips, and you can just, go straight to the one that you want and pop it on the nail and it fits. So I'm going to be using the Easy Nail Tips in clear. And the nail glue that I'm using is the absolute best nail glue. It's the fastest drying and it's a really strong, long hold. So you can use this to apply nail tips. You can use this to apply press-on nails, crystals, all sorts of different things, and honestly you will love the instant nail glue. If you haven't already tried it out, you definitely should. We do sell little small 3-gram bottles as well to put in press-on nail kits and things like that, so definitely check that out. But yeah, we're going to be using this glue today. That's what I use all the time for applying my tips, nail art and crystals. So let's bring our hand back in. So when you're sizing up, what you want to make sure is that your, let's use a little pointer. You want to be making sure that your nail tip is going to come from side wall to side wall. You don't want the tip overhanging. So let's, for example, say we chose a tip that was too big for this nail, because it's just going to cause issues. So this one is, I'm going to pop that on. Can we see how it's overhanging? It's not right. It's just not going to give a nice slender look to the nail. Now, if you ran out of sizes, for example, you could come in with your scissors, trim off just a small amount on the side here, and then that would fit and you could use it. So don't feel constrained to having to have the exact size. If you've got the size up or the size down, you can generally make it work. So let's choose a tip that is going to fit this nail nicely. So I'm going to go down a size. We're going to try that one. So we're just going to hold it on. So can you see it's still looking ever so slightly wide? Now I am working on a practice hand, so it's going to be slightly different. Not too different, I guess, but just a little. So this one's a 6, which I knew would be right. It fits from side wall to side wall. So once we've made sure that the tip is fitting from side wall to side wall, we then want to make sure that we are applying it in the correct place on the nail. So we don't want to kind of come in and add our tip up here. I remember when I first started, I thought And it's a really odd way of thinking, but I think a lot of people do think that the more of this that's touching the nail, the stronger and the better the nail's going to be, which isn't the case, because the tip and the glue isn't what is giving you the strong adhesion to the nail. It's actually, first off, making sure that you've prepared the nails correctly, and then second off, using quality products such as like the Nailmate system, using a quality primer, and as much as that nail plate needs to be, you know, in contact with the system that you are using. So what we are going to do, we're not going to apply the tip up here. You want to try and get it as far down to the free edge as possible, but still so that it's making contact with all of that nail. And this is where we would apply the tip. So what we're going to do, so to apply your glue to this tip, you're going to take your finger, you're going to flip it around, and you get used to this. There's little techniques like this, just a simple, you know, popping your glue on and flipping your tip back, that looks really quite tricky and some people struggle, but once you do it a lot, you get used to it. So now I'm going to put my finger here, I'm going to flip it back, and we're going to swap over. We're going to take our nail, I'm going to place the tip at like a 45-degree angle and roll it onto the nail, and what that is going to do is just make sure that any air bubbles are kind of pushed up and out, and they're not trapped between the glue and the tip and the natural nail. Once it's adhered to the nail and it's tacked on, you can come in, and if you need to, just give those nail tip wings a little squeeze, just to make sure that they are sitting flush to the natural nail. Once you've done that, we have the nail tip applied, and this is how it looks. So next, I'm going to go ahead and apply the tips to the 3 other nails, and then we're going to come in and we're going to shape these to a coffin, a stiletto, a short almond, and maybe a tapered square. And we're going to do that using the same nail tip across all of the nails. I think that'll be really fun, and I think you can, you know, learn a lot from it as well in the process, especially for new and beginner nail techs, but also for nail technicians that have been, you know, offering services for a while, but maybe you haven't been taught these skills, because I do know a lot of courses sometimes can be quite basic and just give you the bare minimum, which is fine, but it's always good to be expanding our skills and, you know, becoming more professional, more aware of what we can offer as a nail tech with a higher skill set, and just that is wanting to continually develop those skills and offer better services. So I'm just making sure that we're sizing up those correctly. You only want to apply a small amount of glue. If you're going to apply too much, it's just going to end up spilling everywhere. These tips are well-less, so yeah, you just want to apply it just towards the edge of the nail tip. Hold for a few seconds, allow it to set. Pinch in the sides of the nail tips, making sure that they are stuck down as well. If you didn't already subscribe to my channel, guys, I would really love if you could go ahead and do that. I'm planning lots of beginner videos, but also some more advanced as well, and hopefully gonna expand your knowledge and skills and just learn together. I'm just gonna apply the pinky. And don't forget as well, you can buy all of the products that I'm using on my website, which is Glitter Planet. So it's glitterplanetuk.com, and we do ship to most areas. So we ship internationally as well. You just need to pop in your shipping address, and then if it brings up the shipping rates, then we are good to go. If it says that we can't ship to your area, it may be that you have liquids in your basket, and we can't ship large liquids at the minute, but we are still, you know, working on a distributor program, so hopefully soon. But we can definitely get the nail tips and the glue and things like that, and primers. So there we have the nail tips applied. I'm going to pop my box closed. We do offer refills as well for our tips in the most popular styles, so that's another bonus. Okay, so because our easy tips are, you know, easy and fabulous, what we're going to do, we're going to get our nail tip cutters, and so we're going to leave this one as it is. So we have got a beautiful long stiletto. All I would do here is, you know, come in, refine those sides and blend the tip. For the middle one, we're going to create a nice simple coffin nail. So I'm going to take my nail tip cutters and we're going to trim the edge of the nail tip. So next we're going to be using a 180 grit file. This is in the boomerang shape. The boomerang shape, that is a lie. I can't remember what shape it is. For some reason it's completely left my head. But yeah, once we've trimmed off the half moon shape, it came back to me. Once we've trimmed off the free edge of the nail tip, we're going to come in with our nail file, and we are just going to come straight out from the side walls, and we're just literally making sure that they are completely blended and coming straight out. We don't want it to look bulky anywhere. We don't want it to look like it's, you know, coming out and then back in. It wants to come straight out across the tip. And there we have it, that's our coffin. Of course you could do this any length that you like, but we'll keep it as kind of a medium long. So for this one we're going to do an oval shape. So we're going to come in with our tip cutters again, going to put them on. We're going to angle our tip cutters towards us, so to me. And I'm going to trim. The next step is to come in with some scissors. So we have a couple of different styles on the website. We have the ornate, let me grab those and show you guys. I know it's always nice seeing the styles. So we have the silver ornate scissors, which are really, really pretty. We also have the rainbow stork scissors, again, super pretty, very similar kind of nozzles or blades. But yeah, I'm going to come in, I'm going to use the stork scissors for this one, and we're just going to snip away this corner because we don't need that. We're going to do a long kind of oval, and the less filing we have to do the better. So we're going to do that on both sides. Can you see how we've almost got that shape? Almost. So now we're going to follow the same rule. We're going to come straight out from that side, but then we're going to start sweeping round just to make that shape flow so that we don't have those harsh angles. And you just want to do it gently. We're going to do the same on the other side. So swap over and do the other side. And you're going to sweep it around to connect and allow that shape to flow. And when you're filing nail tips, you'll find that some of that plastic may, you know, go underneath the nail. You can see here we've got a little bit. Just get your file or a buffer and just run it gently underneath. You don't want to do it too long or too hard, because you will find that you will alter that shape which you've just created. So there we have our kind of oval shape. Really, really pretty. And then we're going to come in and we're going to do a kind of a tapered square. So for this one you are going to need to take a little bit more length off, because if we do it down here we're just going to get a similar shape to the coffin or ballerina. So you're going to need to take at least half, because of the way and the style of the nail tip. So once you've done that, you've practically got your kind of tapered square. You're simply going to, again, refine those side walls, make sure that they are coming straight out, small bit on the end, and there we have it, a short tapered square. So the next process that you would need to do after applying your nail tips is coming in and blending them in. Now you've seen me do my work, and I don't always do this. It's not 100% necessary all the time, but I do find that when working in acrylic design, making sure that these wings at least are blended is a definite advantage, and it just means it's not going to intrude on any of the design space that you have. So we're going to come in with our file, and gently on the tip line we're just going to blend that in to the natural nail. At this point we're not filing the natural nail, we're filing the tip. And there we have it, blended in. Again, you can come down and do the full tip, but it's not a necessary process for acrylic. If you were working with gel, hard gel or polygel, you definitely do need to remove that shine from the nail tips, because if you don't, it's going to pop straight off, and that would be the most annoying thing ever. I'm just going to continue blending these in. I hope you are enjoying this video as well. Hopefully you've learned a lot in the process. Hopefully you might have picked something up that you didn't know, or just got inspired at least. If you did, let me know down below, and if you're looking forward to the next video that I bring, give me a thumbs up, because honestly I'm loving filming these for you guys. You guys are really enjoying them, and that just makes me super happy. Look at that, what a beautiful shape that is. Beautiful long oval. Of course you could make this really short or even longer, completely up to you. So we're just blending in the tips, and then we are ready for applying a clear base. Okay guys, there we have it. Hopefully you can see these nails and the shapes, that they're all different, but we did use the exact same nail tip, which is the easy tip on this first finger. We created 4 completely different shapes just by using our tip cutters and our nail file. And hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. So yeah, don't forget to check out the products in the description box down below. I'll be sure to link everything from the files, the tips, the practice hand. The practice hand may not be in stock, but hopefully we will have it back soon. Depending on when you tune into this video, we may already have them back, and we are working on a restock. We have other styles in stock and available, such as the curved hand, which is this one. It's really, really pretty. I did this set, and hopefully you've seen that already. But yeah, check out our practice hands as well, nail tools and supplies, and hopefully you can join me for another video. Thank you so much for watching guys, and as always, please remember that you are bomb.com, lit as fuck, and don't ever let anybody tell you any different, because you've got this and I love you. Mwah. Bye.